So it seems like the Trump administration is dealing with a scandal, and I want to go to detail what's going on because there's been a lot of people pushing some fake narratives about what's going on, what's real, what's fake, and I really want to talk about this whole situation because this is really the first quote-unquote scandal in Trump's second term, because the other stuff that were controversial, like the deportations and stuff like that, yeah, Democrats were throwing a hissy fit about it, but they weren't really scandalous. No one really cared about it. And after 5 minutes, Democrats stopped talking about it because they realized, oh, wait a minute, the stuff we're talking about is actually popular. The stuff that we're saying is controversial, no, the average American actually supports it. But for the first time in this whole term, it seems like we have a real scandal. And I say scandal with quotations because this whole situation might be the dumbest thing I've seen in a while. And the reason it's such a big story is the people that are involved in it. We're not talking about some random low-tier staffer no one ever heard about. No, we're talking about Pete Hegseth, Marco Rubio, Tulsi Gabbard, the vice president. There's a lot of people involved in this scandal. A contentious Senate hearing Tuesday raised questions about how Trump administration officials handled sensitive national security information and communications.
The conversation was candid and sensitive, but as the President National Security Advisor stated, no classified information was shared. There were no sources, methods, locations, or war plans that were shared,
including Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth's decision to share details of a planned U.S. military operation in a group chat. And this is the scandal, or, again, the controversy. Whatever you want to call it, that's what happened. Effectively, you had a group chat of top people like Hegseth, Tulsi Gabbard, Vance, and a few other people talking about some things that Democrats and even some Republicans are claiming is illegal, it's classified, or whatever you want to call it. And that's the big scandal. You had a group chat that got leaked after the fact. Yeah, this whole thing happened weeks ago, right? This group chat was a couple weeks old, and nothing leaked for weeks. But then a couple days ago, this bozo from The Atlantic, Jeffrey Goldberg, who we'll get to in a second, he leaked it, and that's when this controversy began. In the group chat, an account labeled Pete Hegseth relayed operational details of upcoming strikes on Iran-backed Houthi forces in Yemen, including information about targets, weapons, the U.S. would be deploying, and attack sequencing. Jeffrey Goldberg, the editor-in-chief of The Atlantic magazine, reported. And I'm not going to say that nothing was said. I want to be clear about this. I am not saying the Trump administration is perfect and they did nothing wrong here. I believe that some people should be fired for this, and we'll get to who in a second, because this was stupid. Why would you have a group chat talking about this? But guys, what actually was said in the group chat was not this bad. I mean, Jeffrey Goldberg, for those that don't know, he is a serial liar. This guy makes up so much crap, and he does this like every year, once a year. He pushes a bullshit report like this. I mean, he's been doing this for like 20 plus years. Hell, back in 2002, he was saying, yeah, Saddam Hussein is working with Al-Qaeda. He has weapons of mass destruction. Yeah, Jeffrey Goldberg was pushing that crap. So, yeah, this guy's a notorious liar. He's been doing this for years. He's done the suckers and losers thing. This guy's a liar. And for whatever reason, people are taking everything he says with 100% certainty that, oh, there's no way this is fake, and people believe it. Now, at the same time, I am not denying that this group chat was a mistake. I think at the end of the day, this group chat should have never existed. There's no point for it. I don't know why. Like, okay, have a group chat, that's one thing, but to talk about things that could even be remotely close to sensitive or classified or whatever is insane. But that doesn't mean that Jeffrey Goldberg was 100% honest and he was telling the truth. He wasn't. Originally, and you can look this up, he called this a war plan. He was saying it's a very detailed report, it's a war plan, I know everything. That's what he was claiming. Well, this was the information put in the group chat. And I'm not denying that there are some details here, obviously. There's like a time, 11:44 Eastern, 12:15 Eastern, etc. But does this really look like a detailed war plan? Does it? Guys, it has some details, I'm not denying that, but this isn't some fully detailed report where it's like, yeah, we're going to bomb these guys at the specific address. We're going to bomb them here. It's none of that. All it says is, hey, by the way, the operation's a go. We're launching in 10 minutes or whatever. You know, we have a couple F-18s, which everyone knows about. I mean, guys, we mentioned F-18s. Is that really a surprise? This is the whole thing. This is the big stink that Jeffrey Goldberg was pushing. Which, is this really that bad? Is it good that we were talking about this in a group chat on Signal? No. I think it was irresponsible. I think it was a mistake. But they're making it sound like it was classified information. Like, oh, we're going to test out the alien tech on the Houthis. That's what we're going to do. That's not what it says. It just says, yeah, we have some F-18s that's going to launch. And it doesn't even mention who it's targeting. It just says the target is a terrorist at his known location, which could be God knows who. That could be like millions of people. So this report, while it's not good, I'm not saying it's perfect or whatever, it's not as bad as some people were claiming. I mean, if this is the worst of the group chat, this is a nothing burger. This whole thing is a nothing burger that, in my opinion, the media, if they were honest, would just say, yeah, it might have been irresponsible, but there's nothing damning here. There's no, like, secret classified documents that got shared. It's none of that. But nope, the media's pushing this crap that, oh, everything was leaked. This is a horrible thing. In reality, no. It's not good that it leaked, but at the same time, for starters, it didn't mess with the operation. Like, it did not mess with anything. It leaked weeks after the fact, which, by the way, why did Jeffrey Goldberg even leak this? If you're such an honest person, you know, you're an honest journalist or whatever, why the hell did you leak this? Because apparently he knew this was a classified information and he wasn't supposed to know this. If you knew this was bad, why did you report this? If you knew this was classified and stuff you're not supposed to see, why the hell didn't you just leave the group chat and text somebody, hey, I was added to this group chat, I was not supposed to be here, I'm gone. I didn't screenshot anything. That's what he should have done. And no one would have said anything. It would have been dealt with eternally. But no, Jeffrey Goldberg had to do his crap because he wants attention. That's what happened here. But that doesn't mean that I'm not furious. No, I am absolutely furious that this happened. This should have never happened. We should have never had this group chat, but let alone never add a journalist. Like, if you're going to have a group chat like this, okay, fine, that's one thing, but make sure no one else is in there. Make sure it's no journalist, especially Jeffrey Goldberg, who is notorious for doing this crap every year. He pulls this stunt every year. He exaggerates what happens, and he gets a story out of it. That's Jeffrey Goldberg. Well, we know who added him, and it's someone the Trump administration that I've been saying for a few months now was one of Trump's worst picks. That, of course, is Michael Waltz, right? Former Congressman Waltz. He was the one that added Jeffrey Goldberg to the group. Now, he was going to Fox News yesterday and claiming, no, I never added Jeffrey Goldberg. He was added by someone else. Guys, he added Goldberg. Look at this. Michael Waltz added you to the group. And that's you is Jeffrey Goldberg. That's what happened. Now, if he would have just said, this was an honest mistake. I don't know what happened. I had a staffer with a similar name. That's what happened. I accidentally added a reporter. That's one thing. If he would have just said that, okay, that's not the end of the world. But the point is, he said, no, I never added him. This was a hack. You know, I got hacked or something. No, you didn't. You added Jeffrey Goldberg. So you're a liar, you're incompetent, and for whatever reason, you added Jeffrey Goldberg. Why? Why do you add someone like that to a group chat with high-level officials? Well, it's because Michael Waltz is an established Republican. He's not the best, and I guess he's buddies with Jeffrey Goldberg? I mean, this guy should be nowhere near this administration. He was never a good pick. I don't get why Trump picked him in the first place, but it's clear that he wasn't that good of a pick. But as for the rest of the stuff that was said in the chat, there's nothing here. In fact, Michael Waltz himself in the group chat was talking about these high side inboxes, which basically means all the classified stuff's in a separate chat, which basically debunks what Goldberg was saying. Because they mentioned the fact that, hey, we have the classified documents and whatever in these high side inboxes that are classified. No one can look at them except you. He mentioned that explicitly. He explicitly said your stuff's in your inboxes. So they never sent anything they thought was classified in the chat. They never did. Which debunks this whole story. Nothing that bad was sent because they explicitly said, yeah, this other chat that's classified, that's, you know, safe or whatever, that has classified stuff in it. They didn't send anything they didn't think was classified to this chat. And the funny part is, Democrats and Jeffrey Goldberg in The Atlantic, they're already backtracking the claim that these were classified documents. These were war plans. Just 2 days ago, every Democrat was saying, these are war plans. You know, Jeffrey Goldberg said he saw the war plans. Yesterday became, oh, these are classified attack plans. And today, they're now calling it sensitive information. You think I'm kidding? Look at this. Elizabeth Warren. Pete Hegseth disclosed sensitive information who put our troops at risk. No, he didn't. None of this information leaked before the attack. In fact, it happened 10 days after. So no one was put at risk. Nothing happened. They're making it sound like, oh, it was a failed operation. It wasn't. It was a successful operation that so happened to leak 10 days after the fact. That's what Democrats are pushing. In fact, NBC, they actually called this sensitive information. Yeah, they called it operational details. That's what they said. And sensitive national security information. They're not saying these are deeply classified. I know some people are claiming it's classified, but from what I'm reading, not really. Like, there's a lot of discretion about what's classified. I understand that's bad, what was sent. I understand that. But it's clear they did not think it was that classified where he could just send it to the group chat. When they clearly and explicitly said everyone could check their inboxes for the classified stuff. If they were so worried about the classified documents, why would they send it to the group chat? Why would they explicitly say you got your stuff in your inbox? It's as if the stuff they sent, they didn't think was classified. So these people that are on Twitter saying, these are the most sensitive documents, these are classified, from the sounds of it, no. Again, is it good that this happened? No. I think people like Mike Waltz should be fired. The guy was never that good of a pick, and he caused this mess. If it wasn't for Michael Waltz pulling that stunt and adding Goldberg, which he lied about, we would have never heard about this. But now, this is slowly becoming the Democrats' new Russiagate. Now, will it be as intense and as, long as Russiagate was? No. But at the same time, this whole situation is just dumb. This is a nothing burger that the vast majority of people don't care about. This changes nothing. Nobody was harmed, and Jeffrey Goldberg is still a liar. He first said these are war plans. Then he changed his tune and say, no, these are actually attack plans. He is slowly changing what he meant. So he's full of shit. He's a liar. Again, I think that this needs to be a wake-up call for Trump and a few others, because while this is a better administration than the first term, there's still some bad people like Michael Waltz and Pam Bondi and a few others, but Michael Waltz especially, he should be gone. He should be forced to resign now. He added Jeffrey Goldberg. Now, I guess it's possible that he didn't and someone else did and he used his name or something. I don't know. But the sounds of it, he lied. From the looks of it, he is full of crap. He added Jeffrey Goldberg. If he would have just said, I accidentally added Jeffrey Goldberg, this is my mistake, the story would have probably went away. But because he lied about it, he said, no, I got hacked. Now you started a shitstorm. You started a shitstorm that should have been avoided. Now, I don't think the story's going anywhere. Like, I don't think it's going to be this #1 issue for 2026 or whatever. I think this, by the end of the week, no one's going to really care about it. Like, I don't think anyone's going to really care that much about what was said. I mean, from what we've seen so far, I mean, you can read through the rest of it. There's nothing here. There is absolutely nothing in these documents. There's nothing in these messages that are so damning that it becomes impeachment. No, there's nothing here. This whole thing it's just nothing. But the Democrat Party, they're going to keep pushing this for as long as they can. But I'm guessing that this story's going to go away eventually. It's not going to be this #1 issue. But still, this whole thing is a distraction that should have been avoided. Anyways, folks, thank you so much for watching. If you guys did enjoy, smash the like button down below, subscribe, share with your friends, and of course, join the channel today. Godspeed to all of you.